This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Afternoon Update for Wednesday, March 25th. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. We begin with a note of concern for the capital city, Bridgetown. The woman who is behind the project to spruce up the city, Sharon Christie, says while the private sector remains committed to the project, it is short on cash. Christie tells Barbados Today that in the last year alone, there has been a considerable fall-off in activities due to the economic challenges.
I would say it's in danger. I would not say it's at the point of collapse. I would certainly confirm that the Chamber is very committed to it because we feel that the health of the capital city of a country is very important. We think a lot of people look to the capital of a country and see it as a reflection of the country. So we are very committed that Bridgetown must continue and must grow and must be brought back to good health. How we will achieve that, and can we achieve that on our own without support from government initiatives is questionable.
Labour Minister Senator Dr. Esther Bayer says government is doing all in its power to bring down the country's unemployment rate. She made the comments in her contribution to the 2015-2016 estimates debate in the Senate this morning.
What we are hearing from certain corners is that all is lost and there's nothing good that's happening in Barbados, and I think that is something that I would really like to see stop, not just in the halls of Parliament, but across Barbados. I know that the media and in the media. Yes, there's unemployment. It is not 20%, as some would have argued, and I will speak to that shortly. Our unemployment is not 20%. It is approximately 13%, and no, we don't want to see it remain at 13%. We really do want to bring that back down, and we are working in every single ministry to bring projects, to bring funding to projects that would allow our unemployment rate to come down. As we speak of growth, we speak of growth with employment when we talk about hotel projects, when we talk about all kinds of projects, school projects. All of these are aimed at growth, but they're aimed at employment as well.
Venezuela is not a threat, we are a hope. That's the name of a signature collection campaign launched on Tuesday by officials of the Venezuelan Embassy as they strongly denounced and called for a repeal of the March 9 executive order issued by President Barack Obama, which declared Caracas a threat to U.S. national security. The Venezuelan chargé d'affaires insists Washington has been bent on discrediting the Nicolas Maduro government, while the international media has launched a campaign of misinformation. He says the U.S.'s action is a matter of national security for Venezuela.
History has shown over 75% of the times when any president of the United States declares another country a threat to national security, it is conveniently creating the base for a military intervention. So this is why today we are making a call through this campaign that we are about to launch.
The signature collection campaign will be available at the Venezuelan Embassy at Hastings Christchurch until April 8th. The Venezuelan official urged Caribbean leaders, other officials, and the public to stand with Caracas.
I make a great effort to, invoke the best norms and ideals of all our leaders, of all of those who had the courage to fight for the independence, for the sovereignty of each of our nations throughout this region, throughout the world. And we plead for you to show the support with Venezuela in this atrocity or this unlogical accusation that Venezuela is a threat to the national security of the United States of America.
In sports now, and a 17-year-old Carl Hinkson, an upper fifth former student at Harrison College, is the latest member of the Barbados Soccer Academy to gain a football scholarship in the United States. He will be enrolling at the Southern Illinois University. Hinkson wants to be a professional soccer player and also hopes to secure a degree in mechanical and biomedical engineering. Chairman of the Special Olympics Barbados Committee says the organization is in need of more volunteers. Donna King Griffith made the revelation as athletes competed yesterday at the National Stadium. But that's not all. She says the organization is also in need of financial assistance.
We have been doing our volunteer drives, but we always need more volunteer support. The more hands on deck, as it were, the more we can do, given that we've got almost 800 athletes in competition today. So we need volunteers. Of course, we always need the support of financial assistance for the things that we are doing. And that too has its drawbacks when it's not actually present. So we've had to cut and contrive and be rather smart in how we produce what we're producing today. But we are working always, in every way, to improve on our offering to the Special Olympics athletes, especially at these national games.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
To news from the region, St. Lucia's Aviation Minister Alva Batiste believes that Caribbean governments should make provisions in their financial packages to help regional airline LIAT and air services as a whole. More in this HTS News report.
We have to look at LIAT in a holistic way, and we have to look at the Caribbean market in a very, very serious way, where even governments must begin, just like they have in the budget, an allocation for health and education, they should have for air services.
Baptiste argues the net returns from government subsidiaries would prove invaluable in the long term.
But the net benefit to your economy is what you should focus on. So you may subsidize a carrier to come to a particular airport, but the number of passengers you are going to bring through that airport, you would make back that money by concessionaires paying to the authority. So we have to balance that. We need research to suggest the way forward.
And finally, on the international scene, we head to Nigeria. Effective midnight tonight, all land and sea borders in the country will be closed ahead of this weekend's general election. President Goodluck Jonathan announced the measures as part of plans to allow for the peaceful conduct of the forthcoming national poll. The borders will reopen after polling stations closed on Saturday. Security is always a major issue at Nigeria's elections, with potentially linked violence often flaring between supporters of rival parties. And that's our Barbados Today afternoon updates, but we will be back again this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. We're also on Channel 101 Online TV, as well as a Mix 96.9 FM, where you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. See you later.
This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? #sexy.